War hands, welcome. On the technique of the week is going to be the check. You see this most often in Thai boxing. It is a Thai boxing movement, and it's a way to defend against the round kick. Because the round kick is so prominent in Thai boxing, this is the defense that was developed in order to deal with it. So what I'm doing basically when I lift my leg, I want to make sure that I point my toe, that I don't leave my toes sticking straight up in the air. And I'm creating a wall. So I'm touching my elbow to my knee and creating a wall all the way from my shin up to my elbow, my forearm, protecting that entire side of my body. And the free hand comes across and aids in that protection. You'll see my free hand coming across there to help support the wall, protect my upper body from the head kicks. It can be too hard a lot of times to distinguish whether it's going to be a leg kick or a head kick, so it's really important that I make sure that I cover my entire side of the body and that I have good support all the way through. So right here what you're seeing is just me attacking immediately off of the check. So I'm checking that defense and firing right back to my opponent. People are most vulnerable right either during or right after their attack. So this is a good habit to get into, and the attack can be anything. And in the future I'll show more attacks that you can do off of the check, but for right now what you're seeing is the round kick fired right off of the check. The opponent, once they fire an attack, especially if it's a kick and I defend it, they are still on their base leg, and that leg has to return down to the floor before they can start attacking again, and so that leaves them vulnerable. And so that's the purpose of me firing off as soon as I defend. Don't mind the poor sloppy technique at the end there. So I'm kicking through. The reason why I'm spinning all the way through is just because it's too hard to stop mid kick, so I'm just spinning through the attack, but I'm being a little bit lazy with it. You always want to return to stance once you finish the technique. Alright, in this segment, same concept, I'm just firing off from the defense. In this case, I'm using the push kick. So I'm checking the kick, and I'm pushing through. My target is going to be the sternum or the solar plexus of my opponent. So as I check, I want to make sure that I get good placement on the body, right in the very center of the torso, and push through my opponent. So you can see that when I'm hitting with that, I'm dropping a hand to the side, so whatever leg I'm kicking with, that same side hand is going to drop. My upper body is going to lean back. I'm going to push through my opponent. And that's what's going to help create that distance and give me the power that I'm looking for. Hands up, check the kick, push through. I don't have any feedback because I'm not actually kicking anything, so the kick might look a little funny. But it's not like a Taekwondo kick where we bring the knee up, we call that a chamber, and then punch the foot straight out. So it's almost two separate movements. In Thai boxing, the push kick is one fluid movement. So I'm bringing the leg up and through, dropping that hand, leaning back with my upper body, making sure that I'm on the ball of my foot that's planted, and kick through the opponent, pushing them away. I'm creating distance with this kick. Not a damage dealing attack. It allows me to reset, kind of get my wits back about me, or it can be demoralizing for the opponent if I keep landing an attack every time they try something. If I'm pushing through, pushing them away, that's very frustrating and demoralizing, and works in my favor. Now here I'm using some feedback from the wall. I'm using a solid concrete wall to practice the technique. So I'm checking and pushing and then hitting the wall. This wall allows me to check my balance, make sure that my alignment is correct. just gives me some feedback on the technique, lets me know where I'm at. Make sure my distance is good. Rear kick's a little slower, so you gotta be careful of it getting caught. So that's it for this week, guys. Stay tuned for the next technique of the week. Thank you very much. You guys have a good week.